It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home stretch. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
Well, Kevin, this is only the second meeting of 4 total during the season series. And I think, having lost that first one, this is important. You don't want to dig a hole against a certain team in the regular season because then you allow them to get kind of a mental edge over you.
Being down 2-0 to them is not the start they're looking for. I mean, that's obvious. And so what you've got to do is be ready to study the game film and then make adjustments.
A look at the Magic starting group. Money in at point guard. Anthony Davis is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Cooper in at the 3. And so here's Orlando after the missed 3 by Carmelo. No good for Money. Orlando on D. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
Cantor's shot is off. Here's Orlando now. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And Lowry gets it to go.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Here's Money. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. It's tipped. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Off target from outside. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stripped it away. And here's the break. Oladipo against Hardaway. Oladipo dishes to Vucevic. From down in the low post, it goes. Vucevic has got his first basket of the night.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Lowry kicks to Hardaway. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. Stolen away. And here's the fast break. Got a piece of it. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Money. Lowry covering. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Again, the Magic score.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Knicks trail by 4. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I spoke briefly with New York's head coach. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
And thank you, Doris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
So putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Both free throws good for Money. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lowry passes to Carmelo. Outside Lowry. Back to Anthony. Clock at 6. And it's Anthony again missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Money passes to Oladipo. Orlando moving the ball around. Passes it to Money. Puts up a three. Count the bucket. Money's got 7 points.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Knicks trail by 7. Outside Lowry. Hardaway against Oladipo. Pass to Drake. Shoots the three. And it's Anthony again missing.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Here's Money. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And now a look at Victor Oladipo. His last 10 games, he's averaging 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he could do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Stolen. To the inside. Here's Oladipo. Cashes in for a double-digit lead.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
A lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now. 9th in free throw percentage. 9th in opponent points per game. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
I'm impressed most with their free throw shooting that you talked about. From there, and as a result, they're constantly looking to attack to try to get those free points at the free throw line.
Here's Lowry after the Magic pick up 2. Outside Hardaway. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
And it's Orlando's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number 1, the Magic.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
Lowry cannot hit. Great D that time from Davis. Magic leading by 12. Cooper the pass to Money. Good work defensively by Lowry.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Here's Cantor. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
At the line for your Knicks, Enes Kanter. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Magic have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Money passes to Davis. Here's Money. His third bucket of the night.
And the early lead just keeps on growing. Another basket.
And the way they've done it is with an extremely potent inside attack.
Anthony in the corner, fires the 3. The shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way.
Now, bad timing. His team trailing, and this has not been a quarter that he'd like to remember. Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Anthony. Now the pass to Drake. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Knicks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And in general, this has been a very good foul shooting team, about 79% on the season.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Morris Diaz checked in for Enes Kanter. well, so he hits both of them. Here's Money. 10 points for him. Cooper a screen on Lowry. Here's Money. Lowry covering. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Outside Lowry. Over to the wing. Hardaway kicks to Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Here's Money. Lowry covering. Out to the right wing. Here's Cooper. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Bargnani is checked in for New York. Grant comes in for Carmelo Anthony. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Harris comes in for Anthony Davis. Turner's checked in for Cooper. And it's Payton in for Victor Oladipo. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Turner. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Knicks trail by 19. Screen by Grant. Lowry dishes to Grant. Back to Lowry. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lowry's got 6. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Here's Money. Lowry covering. Money passes to Payton. Here's Smith. And he banks in the layup. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Still Knicks ball.
Early, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Checking in for your Knicks, Anthony Early.
And Diaw kicks to Early. 6 on the shot clock. Dives for it. Rebound by Smith. Magic leading by 19. Money passes to Turner. The feed to Payton. Here's Money. 10 points for him. Kicks it to Turner. No good. And New York will come the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And Kevin, in that game we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up way too often.
Yeah, and that did make things really easy, guys. Nice to get a win if you're on that side of it and not to have to work too hard for it.
Here's Money. And again, it's Orlando converting. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Here's Early. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
They found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
Magic leading by 19. 1:30 left in the first. Here's Money. 12 points for him. From deep. There's the bucket. Good. Money's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Magic.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
The drive by Lowry. Looks for Bargnani. Gets it to him. Early kicks to Diaw. New York moving the ball around. There's the dish to Lowry. Knocked away. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the line for him here.
And the free throws for him this year, he's making them at about a rate of 77%.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Magic leading by 20. Screen by Smith. Inside, deflects the pass. Now running, here comes Lowry, pushing the ball up. The baseline J, and that one's good. Here's Money, 15 points in the game. Into Smith. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Early. Shot is off. Nice D for Money.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip.
Cannot hit. And here's Lowry. Off with the layup. Here's Money. And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And a good job by the officials getting together and going to the replay. I mean, remember how frustrating it was before the rule was implemented to see a replay of an easily correctable call?
Yeah, I think the straw that finally broke the camel's back, Clark, was in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Remember the Lakers beat the Kings by 1 point in that critical Game 4, and that came after LA was awarded a 3-pointer at halftime that was clearly after the buzzer.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Come on. Start the second quarter. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Anthony is out there with Amir Johnson. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Boris Diaw. And it's Early in at the shooting guard position. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Second free throw, no good. Knicks trailed by 19. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Spurs really lit it up. He ended up with 53 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogghian. Is that a word? We can use that word, can't we?
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
But let's just say he was really good.
The drive by Lowry. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And here on our 2K leaderboard, you see a breakdown of the best free throw shooting centers and power forwards over the past month. 4th, Anthony Davis.
Well, a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
Yep, some of them do that, exactly, and we can see the reason why in those numbers. In general, the composure of all those players show up at the free throw line.
Pass to Cooper. Back to Oladipo. In low to Davis. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Early. He's guarded by Cooper. Early kicks to Hardaway. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Here's Early. He's got 7. Anthony drawing the double team. Early kicks to Anthony. Good on the three-point shot. Anthony's got 7.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Money passes to Cooper. Here's Money. He's got 16. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Boy, I don't know who has that kind of range. That's well beyond the arc.
Not sure what he was thinking about there.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Magic leading by 13. Jacks up a 3. Cooper with the bucket. Cooper's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Well, right here, Kevin, we can get a look at New York and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 5th in steals, 9th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top half of the league when it comes to limiting opponents' offense as well.
The key really to me out of all those numbers, Clark, is the steals, because that's become their identity.
Now Cantor. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And his rebounding in that game, Kevin, just tremendous. He owned the boards. Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today. Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
Now, I'll tell you what, the refs will give you a lot more leeway on that than they used to.
The wide open look here for Anthony. Good on the triple. Anthony's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Knicks.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Here's Money. 18 points for him. Left side, Davis. 6 to shoot. That's good. Cooper's got 6 in the quarter.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Here's Early. He's got 7. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Anthony on the wing. Corner shot. Rebound by the Magic. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him. A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Man, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Ball's knocked loose, and here come the Magic again. Orlando with the fast break.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
New York's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Anthony on the wing. Anthony left side. And the shot is long. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Here's Money. He's got 22. He kicks it to Vucevic. And that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. And the Knicks making a change here.
First team foul. Substitution for Knicks. Vincent Drake.
Here's early. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Johnson sets the screen for Anthony. Hardaway dishes to Anthony. On the wing, Johnson. Vucevic defending. Lets it go from 11. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. And 12 points for Carmelo Anthony. Magic leading by 22. Here's Money. Inside to Vucevic. And it's Orlando with another.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Here's early. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Heads-up play on both.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
In low to Davis. Outside Hardaway. Passes to Early. There's the screen. Hardaway kicks to Anthony. It's stolen by Oladipo. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
It certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
Early, the pass to Anthony. Here's Early. He has 7. Trying his luck deep. Here's Drake. Rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Oladipo misses.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Here's Early, guarded by Oladipo. Early kicks to Hardaway. Another steal. And again, Orlando running the court in transition. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's a major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player at any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And the officials call the foul, reaching out and committing the intentional foul here, and his teammates are baffled.
Yeah, everybody's kind of looking at him like, what are you doing? I mean, I think he just lost track of the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Bargnani is checked in for Johnson. Grant comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Lowry in for Early. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Grant kicks to Hardaway. No good from outside.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Outside Lowry. To the left side wing. And it's Hardaway atop the key. Lowry passes to Drake. It's taken away by Payton. In low to Davis. From 6 feet out, he nails it. Davis has got 6 points.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Picked by Bargnani. And it's Lowry penetrating. Nice work there coming off the screen.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Orlando's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Here's Money. Lowry covering. Hardaway against Payton. Here's Money. Puts up the baby hook. Oh, and the whistle is blown in the play as he was fouled in the act of shooting. Wasn't sure we were going to see a call there, but the officials saw the contact and 2 free throws. And the Knicks making a change here. Diaw's checked in.
Cover somebody.
And missed 2. And here's Lowry. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Orlando out in front, running away with it.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
What a game we've seen here for Money.
He did well on the offensive side, and then ball hawking defensively. He's been impressive.
On the court for Orlando, Money, he's in at the point. Vucevic is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Cooper, and it's Oladipo in a 2-guard. Vucevic dishes to Oladipo. Here's Cooper. Here's Vucevic, and he banks in the layup. Vucevic has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Magic. Knicks on offense, so it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Well, you know, the fans out in Brooklyn desperately hoping for their team to win that one.
Hardaway for 3. No luck. The Magic shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. In low to Davis. Taken away by Anthony. Hardaway kicks to Lowry. Pass to Drake. Fires from 14. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Inside to Vucevic. It's stolen by Anthony. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The 11-footer. Orlando grabs the miss.
And offensively, they have yet to hit a shot. Slow start here to the second half.
The shot's good for Money.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Lowry drives in. Outside Hardaway. There's a good screen. Cantor, the pass to Hardaway. Clock at 6. The 3 from Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play with Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Money. Lowry covering. Here's Money. Up and in on the layup. Money's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. When that ball has gone inside into the post, they've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
And Lowry gets it to go.
Knicks track 39.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Dishes to Davis. And that one is hammered home.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Now here is Lowry. 12 points for him. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. Second, Victor Oladipo.
These are the gunners, guys. They've got the green light at all times because we know what they can do beyond the arc.
Freedom given is freedom earned, Steve. By putting up those kinds of numbers, they've earned their freedom. And at that position, you've got a job to do, and they do it well.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
Take a look at what Kyle Lowry's been doing. 13 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. Here's Money, and he has 28 points for the game. In low to Davis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Davis has got 13.
Some killer instinct he showed right there, exploding to the rim and adding to that lead.
Lowry with the ball. He's got 14. Anthony in the corner. Down low. Here's Drake. Davis with some nice D.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Cooper the pass to Money. Let's go. Again, the Magic score.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Lowry kicks to Hardaway. Shot from 12. And he gets it to go.
43-78.
Orlando, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. There's the screen. Feeds it to Davis. And there's the pass to Money. The shot. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lowry dishes to Hardaway. Lowry kicks to Anthony. Davis with the block. Now Hardaway, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Anthony, the pass to Drake. Hardaway for 3. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Passes it to Money. Here's Cooper. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Davis. Can't get it to go.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Lowry kicks to Anthony. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Excellent night for Carmelo Anthony. He has 17 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's been an important part of his game today. He's made his open looks.
Amir Johnson's checked in for New York. That's off as well, so he misses both. The Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Right wing. Here's Money. The good-looking shot from the wing. Money's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 P's, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
The drive by Lowry. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Money. Lowry covering. Johnson over to help. Pass to Cooper. Here's Money. He's got 34.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
3-pointer, Lowry. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Cooper's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Money. Plenty of space. And that one's good. Money's got 36.
Tell you what, to be successful, this team needs his scoring, and they're really counting on him.
A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Connects from 3-point range.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Here's Money. He's got 36. Davis. And it's Orlando with another.
That's 10 straight points now coming in that mid-range jump shot area, guys.
Yeah, it is, and they're picking their spots and finding holes in the middle of that defense to get those shots off, and I think that's very good discipline they're showing us here. He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Boris Diaw's checked in for Cantor. Grant comes in for Anthony, and it's early in for Hardaway. The Magic also changing it up. Harris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Turner comes in for Cooper, and it's Payton in for Oladipo. Here's Money. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Money's got 39.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Tipped away. And it's Lowry penetrating, and he gets the bucket. Lowry's got 11 in the second half.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
The shot's good for Money.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
New York's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And it's Lowry penetrating. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Over these last 10 games on the Magic schedule, this is how they stack up right here. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
And so Lowry nails both of them. Orlando with the ball. Here's Money, and he has 42. Payton outside. Back to Turner. 6 to shoot. The 3 ball. And he gets the bucket. Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
That's flat out embarrassing.
Outside Lowry. Into Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Here's Money. Lowry covering. Lets it fly from 18. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
And stolen by Payton. And they're moving it up.
How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
the most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
And he pulled it off, too. Remarkable.
Outside Lowry. Diaw, the screen. Lowry drives in. And the Knicks good for 2.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Orlando's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the 3rd quarter. They've made 3 of 6. The shot's good for Money.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Lowry dishes to Grant. Johnson at the elbow. The drive by Lowry. Almost, but it rolls out.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Wasted no time on that one. Money's got 50 points.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Johnson in the corner. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. All sorts of time. Diaw can't hit.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
From the wing. And again, it's Orlando converting.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Bargnani is checked in for the Knicks. Shane Larkin comes in for Kyle Lowry. So it's the Knicks now. Here's Larkin, averaging 9 points per contest. Grant outside. Drops in the tray. Grant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Magic out in front, deliver.
On tap this Wednesday, February 1st, the Orlando Magic go up against the
Both teams will make substitutions. Bargnani is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Boris Diaw. Then it's Amir Johnson. And it's Drake in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Cooper kicks to Anderson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. Be a three-point play.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, it stays with the play.
Yeah, he showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Ricky Lito comes in for Kanter. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Amir Johnson. And the Magic making a change here as well. Money's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Money. Another miss by Orlando. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Here's the floater. Orlando's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
So it's the Knicks now. Here's Larkin. Picked by Bargnani. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
No good for Money. The Knicks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Larkin. He's covered by Anderson. They set the pick. Larkin, the pass to Drake. Just 5 on the clock. No good.
All game long, guys, he's been getting it done. Really doing a nice job rebounding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they've had a major advantage on the glass, dominating that stack.
Here's Lito. He's guarded by Cooper. Larkin dishes to Bargnani. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
Here's Money. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, so far he hasn't been able to get to the line like he did in the first. The defense is playing him a little bit smarter, backing off of him a bit and defending without fouling.
Early, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. And a change for the Magic. Turner's checked in. The Knicks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Stolen away. Launches the three, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Money. Money's got 59 points. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and with all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
From the stripe, and it's Orlando with another.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Larkin, the pass to Drake. He dishes it to Lido. He feeds it to Larkin. New York moving the ball around. A fader. That one wide left.
Not a bad look at the hoop, just couldn't get it to bounce in for him.
Here's Money. And again, it's Orlando with a three.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Magic.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to be up 2-0 in the season series.
Yeah, but still 2 more games upcoming between them, Steve, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Money. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Orlando with the ball. Smith kicks to Turner. Here's Peterson. Bargnani grabs the board. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Larkin, the pass to Drake. Here's Early. The pass to Drake. Shot clock at 6. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
78.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the
You put on what was simply an incredible fourth period. How were you able to take over this game in the end?
Yo, Doors, you know I'm always able to take over. Come on. Sometimes I even have to wait around and lay low for a few quarters. Just so things are a little more dramatic in the fourth, you feel me? Yo, I know drama, and I like to keep it fun.